Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Christian. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night, good day. Wherever you are, whenever you're seeing this, I hope you are good. So guys, today we are doing a pick a card reading. It has been a minute, probably over a month since I've done a pick a card reading for you guys, but we have a very juicy pick a card reading for you guys today. So what we're going to be getting into today are what signs are you missing? So what are the signs that you have been missing? I've been doing a lot of private readings and I feel like everybody is just trying to figure out, what does all this mean? Everything I'm going through, everything I'm losing, everything I'm stepping into, what does it mean? So that's what we're going to be getting into today, how you can figure out the signs that you need to tap into. What signs are you getting, but it's just not connecting? It's something that you're missing. So we have 4 groups. If you've ever been here for a pick a card, then welcome back. You're definitely going to love it as always. And if you're new, after we do a few deep breaths together, we're going to take a few breaths to just get our mind right, to get into this drag, because y'all already know, but we're going to take a few deep breaths. We're going to get into the card selection. It'll be 4 piles. You can take a pause if you need to when you're looking at the different selections. Take a pause. If you need to take a few more deep breaths, go ahead and get into it then, and then you'll be able to choose which pile is calling to you. Then check down below in the description box for the timestamp, and I will see you guys at your readings. I'm also going to be doing private readings all this week, and maybe some next week too, I'm not sure, but definitely all this week I'll be doing private readings about what signs are you missing. This is just going to be a reading to help you decipher the signs that you have been stepping into. If you want to send me in your DM or in your email, because you know, every time you get a reading with me, like a video recorded reading, I ask you guys to leave me your Instagram username or your email. So if you want to let me know what signs you have been experiencing, so I have a little bit of insight before I go into the reading, we could do that. And if you don't want to tell me any signs, you want me to just go into it, then you know the drag is going to be dragging anyway. I don't really need any details, but if you want to give me some, then you definitely can. So we're going to be doing these private readings this week and next week, because my whole vibe for the end of the year is just making sure that we end this year on the right note, that we get what we're supposed to get. We squeeze what we're supposed to get out this lessons, because a lot of us have been struggling and we've been in life school. We've been going through these lessons and these trials literally since the beginning of the year, and some of us aren't even sure what the purpose is yet. So I really want us to just tap into our signs. I really want us to know what we're experiencing and what these signs that God is sending us represents, because we've all been getting a lot of signs. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. And like I mentioned, if you guys want to get a private reading so you can see how you can tap into the signs that you specifically are seeing and experiencing, then check down below in the description box. I'm going to have the information there as well. And guys, one last announcement before we get into it. If you are an entrepreneur or an aspiring entrepreneur, this will be your last chance to join the Fruitful You group mentorship. Okay, the fall semester is beginning on September 6th. Now, today was supposed to be the last day that I was accepting tickets, but I might still let people get tickets throughout the week, because I always feel like there's some stragglers coming in. If you're a business owner or an aspiring entrepreneur and you're interested in doing a group mentorship with other business owners and aspiring entrepreneurs like yourself, then make sure you go ahead and get into it. The Fruitful You fall semester is starting on September 6th. You guys can go over to the community tab for all of that information, or you can look on my Instagram at Real Pixie or at Faded Counsel to get more insight about that and see how you could sign up for the group mentorship. If you guys want to book private sessions with me, mentorships with me, content packages, I'm still available for all of that and then some. Just got to book me on the weekend, okay? But yes, get into it. You can check the description for the Instagram, the podcast, everything, and then some. So get into it, guys. Let's go ahead and take these deep breaths so we can get into this drag and figure out what signs we have been missing. I thank you guys for all of your support on my latest videos. Make sure you guys tap in and see what everybody has been talking about. But let's go ahead and get into today's pick a card reading. What signs have you been missing? We're going to go ahead and take a few deep breaths together. We're going to breathe deeply in through our nose and out through our mouth 3 times, and then I will show you guys the card selection. Let's go ahead and begin. So here are our 4 pile selections for today. Remember to not second guess yourself. Take a few deep breaths. Pause here if you need to, and choose whichever pile is calling to you. We have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. After you take some time here to choose which pile is calling to you, make sure you check the description box for the timestamp, and I'll see you at your reading. Alrighty, if you selected pile one, let's go ahead and get into this, okay? What are some things that you have been missing? What are some signs that you have been missing? Let's get right into it, group one. So we have the situation will improve. We have no, hard no with the exclamation point, and we have no need to worry. Okay, so a sign that you've been missing is that everything is gonna be all right. This is just a drag from the start, group one. Why can't you accept that when you get signs that are telling you it's going to be all right, you don't believe it? You guys need to work on your faith, and you need to work on believing what God told you the first time, okay? Everybody just buckle up for the drag, honey, because it's coming, okay? But seriously, the situation will improve. You've been seeing stuff that shows you the situation will improve. Some of you guys have been literally asking God, can I get a sign that everything's going to be okay? And you literally get a sign in the same minute or the same day. You immediately get the sign that you've been looking for, and you're still second guessing. You're still not sure about it. We also have no. So if you are second guessing your new chapter, if you're thinking maybe I should stay where I am, or maybe I shouldn't leave the relationship, or maybe I shouldn't leave the job, if you're starting to second guess if the future is really your future because of the time it's taking you to step into it, get your mind right. Okay, this is a heavy no, and I feel like this no is saying no. Like, why are you still believing that it's not the truth when I'm showing you? Why are you still thinking that this is all you can do when I'm preparing something better for you? Why do you feel like what you see around you is all you're going to be able to step into? No, I already told you that wasn't the case. So why are you still believing it? And we have no need to worry. Where's no need to worry? No need to worry. No need to worry. So this is your sign to release stress. This is your sign to get over it. Okay, whatever's been happening, whatever's been causing you to just say, oh my God, it can't get any worse, and then it gets worse. It can't get any worse, and then it gets worse. Our bad days and bad moments are not the same thing as God's bad days and bad moments. A bad moment for us in God's eyes is a day where we aren't living in our purpose. It's a day where we're doubting who we are. It's a day where we're doubting who God is. That's a bad day for God. God puts us through so many things. Life puts us through so many things. And it's never for us to feel like, dang, life is just trash. What a trash life. What a trash existence. That's not how we're supposed to feel. We're supposed to know that everything we experience, good and bad, is just about a stepping stone to get us to where we're supposed to be. That's really, really, really what it's about. And even though it looks bleak, group one, you cannot believe that it is bleak. You can't believe that it's going to be there forever. You can't believe the things that you're seeing in front of your face. You have to believe what God tells you. That's literally the definition of faith. It's not about what you can see. It's about what you can feel and what you know. And you've been in spaces like this probably before, so you know God brought you out of there. He's gonna bring you out of this one. Okay, this is y'all's time to release and just recognize how God works. Recognize how God works. Let's get into this. We have Lily, spiritual love. We have Bridge, successfully overcoming a problem. We have Inkpot, problems to be resolved. And we have Gong, an exciting event. So stop playing with me, y'all. Problems to be resolved, but also successfully overcoming a problem. So every problem that you guys have had, you've literally been able to overcome the problem. Just like I said, get over it. Build a bridge and get over it. You've already overcome so many problems, so many obstacles. Anything that life puts in your way, you're like, oh my God, this is the end. And then you literally just walk over it and get, into the next thing. And then you're like, oh my God, this is the end. You guys have to recognize that anytime you have a problem, there's a solution around the corner. When you come across a problem, start telling yourself, how am I going to build a bridge? How am I going to build a bridge from this point to where I'm wanting to be? And maybe that's an analogy that y'all need to start thinking in your head. Like, when you come to a crossroads, how am I going to build this bridge? How am I going to get myself from where I am right now to where I want to be? What can I do to help me bridge the gap? What can I do to help me literally jump from where I am so I'm right back in the mindset where I need to be? Ask yourself how you can build a bridge when you come to a problem instead of literally starting to run around. Like, y'all are very, very dramatic. It's kind of giving the energy of, I can't remember if this was like a children's show or something that I saw, but it's kind of giving the energy, maybe like the little things on SpongeBob that are like meep, 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 meep. Or maybe those pelicans that are on Finding Nemo, where like you hold up the fish and they're like meep, 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 meep. And then you put the fish away and they're just like, and then you put the fish back up and they're like meep, 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 meep. That's literally how y'all are. Like, when y'all don't have no problems, y'all are just like, okay, cool. And then when you get a problem, you're like, the house is on fire. You're going nuts. And then you resolve the problem and you're like, okay, cool. Maybe y'all need to spend more time celebrating when you resolve a problem. Because if you spend more time celebrating when you resolve a problem, you'll remember that celebration. When we think about, what have I accomplished in my life? Most of us think about graduations, weddings, childbirth, buying a home. We think about the big stuff. We don't think about when we were depressed and it was our first day getting up out the bed in days or in weeks. We don't really think about that as an accomplishment because maybe people weren't there cheering, but we have to recognize the accomplishments we make, even the small ones, because overcoming problems in your life over and over and over again is an accomplishment. It's something to be excited about. It's something to be grateful for. It's something to say, you know what? I'm so appreciative of this. I did not think I was going to beat this, and you beat it. You know, we have to just rejoice for those small things. That's definitely going to just reprogram our minds a little bit and get us in a mindset where we start getting happy when the problem comes because we know there's a solution right around the corner. Also, an exciting event in Lily. If you guys have been wanting to meet some spiritual soulmates, then that could be tapping in. Oh my God, I didn't even let you guys know in the beginning of the pick a card that we're going to be doing a little romance for everybody. But I have some love cards pulled for everybody, so we're going to be getting into the relationships as well. But an exciting event in spiritual love. I think you guys are definitely going to be meeting a soulmate, some people that are really going to love you and pour into you. Definitely some spiritual love on the way. Let's also keep going. So we have big picture thinking, Pleiades energy, visionary, inspired ideas. So big picture thinking. Stop being scared and start dreaming bigger. Stop being scared and start planning. Karmic relationships, Orion energy, polarity, soul growth, and conflict. So if you guys have given up on relationships because it's been shitty, it was supposed to help you grow. Now you're going to be stepping into spiritual love. Amen. Now, with the big picture thinking, when you come across moments of stress and frustration, it's not a time to start making your dreams smaller. That's why I feel we have that no, because I feel like you guys backpedal real fast, almost immediately. When you feel like something is impossible, you're immediately like, okay, well, what can I do? If I can't do this, then what can I do? Instead of saying, no, I'm still going to do this. How am I going to make this happen with the obstacle? You know, that's what your energies want you to do. Stop trying to figure out a plan B and a plan C. Make your plan A, and no matter what comes up, it's still leading you to plan A. You're just getting rerouted. It's not a new destination, honey. You're just getting rerouted. And again, karmic relationships. Everything isn't everything. Every relationship isn't, oh my God, I lost the love of my life. Oh my God, I lost my soulmate. Stop getting so invested in everything. You guys are so, you know, I don't want to say dramatic. I know I said that before, but being dramatic isn't a bad thing. You guys just feel very deeply. When you feel a heartbreak, it's like, oh my God, I'm going to know this heartbreak forever and I'm never going to get over it. And then when you get over it, you're like, okay, cool. You know, it's not the same dedication. Like you guys have a dedication to suffering almost, where it's easy for you to get locked in your suffering. And when you're out of that suffering, you're uncomfortable. You're not really sure how to function. So suffering comes back because suffering is always going to be coming back for everybody. But when that suffering comes back, like that's what gets your big reaction. That's what makes you be like, oh my God, I need to stop everything. But when you have that moment where the opportunities are there, you're just like, okay, let me just take these opportunities. You don't capitalize it. You don't focus as much on the opportunities as you do the frustration. And I think this is a real turning point for you guys, group one, where you're being asked to make sure you put as much focus on this new beginning. Even though it's been stalled, put as much focus on this new beginning as you're putting on all of those obstacles. This is your time to learn that. We have grounded. Many of the most evolved beings on earth are regular folks living with joy, dignity, and courage. Many of the most evolved beings on earth are regular folks living with joy, dignity, and courage. Okay, stop looking at these celebrities and looking at these artists and looking at anybody in the public eye and thinking that they are the example for morality or high vibrational living and function, because they're not. You know, they're not. And me being in the public eye and literally choosing to shrink, if I wanted a million subscribers and all of this, y'all know that I'm married. Y'all know that I have cats. Y'all know that, like, there's so many people that have a baby for views. There's so many people that publicize their wedding every anniversary. They do couples challenges. They do couples vlogs. Y'all don't think people want to be in my business? People just like business. They don't really care who it is. People just want to be in people's business. If I wanted to showcase every little thing that I have going on in my life, I literally, girl, I would be booming. I would be booming online. Maybe y'all think I'm booming online because y'all know me, but I'm not booming online. I know people that are booming online, and I don't really want to be booming online. And the more evolved I get, the less I care about public attention, the more I care about just reaching who I'm supposed to reach. So don't think, and that's not to say that people on huge public platforms aren't reaching people. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. But look out for the people that have a whole bunch of attention and attraction and they don't do nothing with it. Some of us are looking at people like, oh my God, look at what they're doing, and I want to write a book like them, and I want to change the world like them. You don't know how they change the world. You don't know how much time they spent grounded, down bad, sacrificing, broke. You know, a lot of people that we see that are great philanthropists and that are doing all kind of amazing things, they spend a lot of time suffering. That's why they're able to flip it into a healing platform that helps people and heals people and changes the world. So just recognize that. It takes a lot of time to get to a point of humility, of abundance, of, you know, sacrificial love that turns into success. It takes some time, but you've already been on the journey. You've already been doing so much work. So don't start to give up and start to question at this final moment. We also have receiving. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and trust my inner guidance. Every day it becomes easier to receive the highest divine plan and to trust my inner guidance. Trust your inner guidance. Literally, it should be easier every day. If you've been struggling with hearing God's voice since 2020, it should not be that hard for you. Like, you should be, and I recognize that. I used to be broke and I used to be up all night about paying bills and all kinds of stuff. Now I really don't care how much I got in my bank account because I know something's gonna get in there. I don't know how it's gonna get in there. I don't know who's gonna give it to me, but something is gonna come through and somebody is gonna put something in that bank account. Somebody is gonna buy something. Somebody is gonna bless somebody in some way, and they're gonna be able to find their way to my platform and do something. I already know. I know that because I've built it up from zero so many times. I didn't know how it was gonna work out so many times. Like, after being in these spaces for so many times, eventually you should be like, okay, when these issues come, I know I'm just being conditioned to deal with it no matter what. I'm being conditioned to get up out the bed no matter what, to have faith no matter what. That's the most important thing, to give to others even when you barely have to have it for yourself. You know, we're being conditioned to do that. So make it a point to see yourself being conditioned to do more and give more. All right, guys, last couple of things. We have ground yourself. So we had that message about grounding, and we have ground yourself. So make sure you are grounding yourself. Also, make sure you are getting a massage. Do some self-love. If you've been thinking about a massage, definitely do that. We carry a lot of trauma in our body. So get a massage, group one, get into it. Give yourself some self-care. Let's get into our last two cards, our romance cards. We have codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Just like I mentioned, you guys feel very deeply. Ask yourself what you have been codependent on. It could have been your job, your friendships, your relationships. You could have been codependent on everything you had to let go of. You could have been addicted to everything that you had to let go of. That could be why it's so hard for you to have faith in this moment, because you're having to do it without all of the things that you've been addicted to, period. And wedding, this situation involves marriage. This situation involves marriage. So for some of us, you have to leave a marriage. For some of you guys, you're getting ready to meet your soulmate, meet the person that will marry you. But we have a wedding here as well. So spiritual love, we have a wedding. I think this is going to be a turning point for a lot of us in relationships, in romance, and in love. So yes, that's what we have for you guys in group one. If you pick group one and this drag resonated with you, then let me know down below in the comments. Also, if you guys want to get private readings about your signs specifically, if you want to send me a little info about the dreams you've been having and the signs you've been stepping into with your reading, then go ahead and do that so we could get into it. We're going to be doing those all this week. So check down below in the description box so you can get a reading about the signs that you've been experiencing and how you can use these things to get ready for this next chapter. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And I thank you guys. And I'll be seeing you guys next time. Bye, guys. Bless. Alrighty, group two, my special group as always. Let's go ahead and get into it. Let's see what signs have you guys been missing. Let's get into it, group two. So we have peaceful resolution. We have communicate clearly. And we also have look for a sign. It doesn't get any clearer than that, okay? Now let's break it down. So look for a sign. The signs have been all around, y'all. Get into it. The signs have been signing. Get into it. With peaceful resolution and communicate clearly, if you've been talking to yourself a lot about certain issues, I feel like y'all have been talking to yourself, talking over certain situations and over certain conflict. You're ready to handle this. So when it comes up, handle it. You know, don't feel like you'll never have a chance to resolve this with someone. Don't feel like even though it happened years ago, you shouldn't say anything about it. There's a reason you've been thinking about it. There's a reason that you've been preparing to kind of have a conversation. There's a reason you've been practicing having conversations with people. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all been practicing talking all day, having conversations and what you would have said and what you would have did. You're going to have an opportunity to do this. And it's not just about, you know, unlocking your throat chakra or seeing yourself have the conversation. It's about knowing that a peaceful resolution is possible. It's about seeing yourself do the work to close out a situation. Even when I tried to talk to people and they weren't down for, you know, a conversation, or the conversation didn't go good because they weren't being honest or they were just being disrespectful or whatever, I still felt good after that because I initiated an exchange that I could have just walked away from and felt confused about it forever. Because even if you don't get the answer you need in a conversation, you get the answer you need. You know, if you sit down with somebody and you want an apology or an explanation and they're just over the top, going crazy, you can't get anything out of them, that's the answer that you needed. you're not going to get a reasonable response from this person. So trust that it ended for why it ended. Trust that it is what it is. Let that response be the example for you and the evidence for you about why it didn't work out. Let that response fill in the blanks about, I wonder why this and I wonder why this. Because typically we already know what we need. We just need that last bit of evidence sometimes to just seal the deal for us. So sometimes it's good to sit down with that person or speak to that person, even when you know it's not going to give you what you need. Sometimes you need to see that. Look for a sign, okay? Looking for a sign can sometimes mean step into the thing even though you know it's not going to go how you need to. Sometimes we have to step into the thing. All right, group 2, we have time to go out and have fun. Time to go out and have fun. Clouds, temporary problems. Temporary problems. We also have younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. So for some of us, this could be a younger sister. This could even be a daughter for some of us. We also have fair man, dealings or relationship with a man with blonde, gray, or white hair. So for some of us, this could be a light-skinned guy or an older person. This could maybe be a dad, an uncle, a mentor that we might have, or it could be a younger woman. So that peaceful resolution and that communicate clearly, it could be about a fair man or a younger woman for some of us. Also, with the clouds energy and the grapes, time to get out and have fun. Hello, temporary problems. Like, these are not things that you guys need to just dedicate your whole life to being sad about. You know, I think that's why your energies are saying this is a temporary problem. You know, you've been thinking about this and praying about how you're going to resolve this. The opportunity comes up, resolve it and move on. It's time to go out and have fun. This is a temporary problem. A temporary problem. Peaceful resolution. Communicate clearly. As long as you say what you need to say, as long as you show what you need to show to the world, you will have a peaceful resolution. You'll have the closure that you need. So know that and trust that. And again, go out, have fun. These are temporary issues. These are not things that are going to tear you down and mess up your week and mess up your month. And if you let them do all that, then why are you letting them do all that? You shouldn't be doing that, okay? Now let's get into these 2 cards. These are some things that you guys should be doing. So we have sex. So sex can be good, tapping into your sacral chakra energy, tapping back into your intimacy. If you've sworn off dating, sworn off physical touch, sworn off intimacy, and you know you are a physical touch type of person, I feel like this is basically like a message to get back to who you are. You know, don't let bad situations with people make you never want to connect with anyone again, you know. Now, I love celibacy. I love that people are taking time to be celibate because it is so important. But make sure that if you are restraining or abstaining from sex, that you're doing it intentively and you're doing it intentionally, not because you feel everybody's going to hurt you or you feel like people are dogs or you feel like this is this. Do it because you want to maybe gauge red flags better. Do it because you want to spend that time loving on you. Do it because you want to be able to exit that period, you know, connecting with people who really want to bring you the love and the joy and the happiness that you need. You know, if you are taking a break from physical intimacy, be intentional about it. Don't just let it be a trauma response. And if it is a trauma response, work through what you've been through because sex is very, very important to you guys. Also, we have aromatherapy. So doing some aromatherapy can be really, really good. Pouring into yourself, bringing in some of that lavender, bringing in some of that peppermint, that eucalyptus. That's always going to be great. So aromatherapy is going to be awesome for you guys. Let's keep getting into it. You're not for everyone. Group 2, embrace your weirdness and face your true north. You're not for everyone. So I feel like the signs that y'all are getting, this is just so much about relationships. We also have a message here about love. We have a lot about true love and love as we're going to keep going, but you're not for everyone. You're not for everyone. Stop trying to force relationships to make things work. If your love is really, really big, group 2, you have to find people who love just as big as you do, okay? So you might have to walk away from somebody and you might have to recognize in this period, dang, I'm not for everybody. Dang, I can't have everybody in my life. Dang, I'm not the type of person that can just make friends with everybody, because I feel like y'all have felt like that for a while. Like, I can get along with anybody and I'm so personal and I'm so this. You're evolving right now. The people that are supposed to be in your life are on the way. So you have to get away from who isn't supposed to be in your life. Y'all are so loving and so caring. You've connected with so many people just because you knew you could help them, just because they recognize how you could benefit them. This is your time to connect with people on a different level. And y'all are super emotional anyway. So being very emotional makes you very intuitive as well. And I feel like we got a lot of emotional, dramatic, over the top, you know, passionate energies from group 1 too. So I think a lot of the signs that we're going to be stepping into is not to think that there's anything wrong with how you love and how you operate in the world. Finding spaces that allow that to be nourished is going to be so yummy and important. We also have the courageous peony, multifaceted, unique nature. Let yourself be seen. Okay, guys, let yourself be seen. And then we have a card that says, embrace your weirdness, face your true north. So we have two cards. You're not going to be for everybody, but let yourself be seen. You're multifaceted. You're unique. Shine in your uniqueness. Shine in your truth. Don't feel weird. Stop letting people feel like you. Stop letting people make you feel some type of way about who you are. If you're every woman, if you're every man, if you're every individual, if you have a little bit of everything inside of you, embrace that, love that, put that on a pedestal, because you're going to be connecting with people who can serve you in all of those spaces. Do not hide your truth. We also have right now, stay in the present and don't get too far ahead of the flow. You'll soon trust that nothing more will come than what can be handled at each moment. Okay, so don't get too ahead of yourself, group 2. Stay in the present and don't get too far ahead of the flow. You'll soon trust that nothing more will come that can be handled at each moment. So I feel your energies don't want you to step into a relationship and start thinking, oh my God, what's going to happen? What's going to happen? Like, don't let stuff from the past give you anxiety about what could possibly happen. This is why you guys need to have some of those conversations, just so you can know a situation can end bad and I'll still be okay. I've had to walk away from a lot of friendships with no resolution, but guess what? My future relationships have not suffered. I have not suffered. You know, it's not that big of a deal. We can't always focus on how things are going to end, because it's going to end how it's supposed to. Enjoy the right now. We also have love. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation. Only love itself. Divine source is the idea that no person, place, or thing is your salvation, only love itself. So put your faith in love, put your faith in God, put your faith in source, and don't feel like you need a certain person in your life or a certain thing in your life to bring that in. We also have calling in your soulmate and true love. Oh my God, group 2, I'm so excited for you guys. Calling in your soulmate and true love. True love, this is the romance of a lifetime. We also have your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. I'm so excited. You guys are definitely going to be meeting your true love. And I feel like the first group got the same energy. Let me know if you guys are going through all the groups, because a lot of y'all watch them all, but it's a lot of that energy here. Calling in your soulmate. Your prayers and your affirmations are going to be answered, group 2. You're definitely going to be connecting with the soulmate, true love. That's why we have temporary problems, honey. Don't even worry about these problems. The problems are temporary. The soulmate is on the way. So group 2, I loved that reading. I feel like you guys are going to step into something so beautiful and so amazing in love. Do the necessary steps to get you there. End the cycles, have the resolutions, see yourself, communicate clearly, be more of your true self, because your soulmate is looking for you in your truth. You know, I am free to act in every one of my truths and every one of my personalities and all of my everything with my person. And in all of my other relationships before that, I thought I was being a great partner, but I was never being my true self. You know, and now that I am my true self, I know for a fact there's nobody else that I can be with but my partner, because I mean, ain't nobody gonna deal with me. Like, I have so much that I'm bringing to the table, honey, and he has a lot that he brings to the table too. But when you're in your truth, it makes it so clear why your person is your person. You know, after thinking that so many people are the one for you, it makes it so clear why your person is your person and why they've always been your person. And you guys are definitely going to be experiencing that. So group 2, let me know how you guys feel about this. Group 2. Y'all about to be turning a leaf. I feel like it's always a drag with y'all, but this is very good, okay? We have some great energies about love. If you want to get more into the signs, we had look for the signs. So you guys definitely have a lot of signs to unpack. If you guys want to get into a private reading more so about your specific signs, then go ahead and check down below in the description box. And if you picked group 2 and this resonated with you, let me know as well. I love you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Check down below in the description box to get into everything. I will see you guys next time. Bye guys. Bless. Alrighty, group 3, let's go ahead and get into your message. What signs have you been missing out on, group 3? So we have within the next few months, we have choose a new direction. Choose a new direction. We also have it's up to you. All right, group 3, let's get into it. It's up to you within the next few months and choose a new direction. So clearly, I feel like maybe you guys have been kind of isolating from people a lot, and I feel like you've been recognizing how you've been, you know, the main cause of why you haven't done certain things, okay? It's up to you. Choose a new direction within the next few months. Your energies are saying if you want out, then get out. If you want out, if you want newness, if you want whatever, then get out. Because the second you make that decision, within the next few months, things are going to be moving for you. Within the next few months, you're going to be able to see, oh my God, why haven't I been done this? I should have been cut them off. I should have been started doing this. I should have went back to school. Like, it's going to be so clear and so obvious to you why you should have been, let certain things go, putting certain things on the back burner. Like, It's definitely time to do it. It's definitely time to get into it. So don't take advantage of anything that you're seeing and experiencing right now, group 3. You have the power. The power is in your hands. It is up to you to do whatever you want to do and bring whatever you want to bring into your life 110%. Alrighty, group 2, let's keep going. We have great passion, tulip. We have you are highly thought of, bow. We have short journey, horse. And we also have, well, family wishes come true. So this is great, group 3. With bow and great passion, I feel like you're going to be connected with people that are just going to love you, love what you bring to the table. You know, you're very highly thought of. So stop stressing about how people think of you. I feel like you maybe used to have to be very, very in your head about how people think of you, but that's going to be changing now. Like, you're going to be choosing how you want to show up in the world, and that's going to be changing how people feel about you. You're going to be leading with your best foot forward, and that's going to be changing how people see you. I think that you guys are going to be shedding a lot of layers of insecurity and doubt, and you're just going to be blossoming into a great new version of you. But make sure that you are confident in this new direction. Make sure that you are confidently standing by what you want. Don't say you want something, get into it, and then start to second guess, like, maybe I made the wrong choice. This is your time to really stand on what you want and trust that you know what is right for you. We have short journey and family wishes coming true. So I think if you guys want to see certain resolution in your family, you want to see certain things change, or if you just want to understand more about your family, you know, I feel like this is definitely going to be the time to have those things come into your life. Also, short journey with this horse energy, it's definitely time to get into it, okay? I feel like I mentioned, this is not going to take forever. God is not going to play with you. As soon as you say, I'm ready, the blessings are going to start overflowing. So just decide that you're ready. Things are going to be falling out. We have perspective. None of this matters. Zoom out. Common ground. None of this matters. If y'all are focused on, well, what if this, what? None of this matters. Perspective. Zoom out. Recognize the bigger picture. Recognize that so many people have done more with less. Recognize that your purpose is your purpose no matter what you see in front of you. Zoom out. Perspective. Change your perspective. Stop focusing on all of the little issues. We have all paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, turn your gaze within. All paths lead home. You can't get lost. You can't make a decision that takes you off of your path. You can't make a decision that makes you lose your destiny or lose sight of yourself. You can't. Even when you make a wrong choice, it's going to show you what you need to be shown. And you've already made some wrong choices. None of us have made only good choices in this life, so you've already messed up. And guess what? You're right back in the position that you need to be in. Everything has rerouted you, like life will always reroute us to where we're supposed to be. All paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, inner authority. You're in control. Know that you are in control. Let your intuition guide you. Turn your gaze within. Stop looking at everything around you. Stop focusing on all of the stuff that's going wrong and turn your gaze within. I really would recommend for you guys to do some deep meditation, do some releasing rituals, write about some stuff that you need to release and burn it. Really, really get deep into what you've been shown you need to let go, because you guys have to turn your attention right now to the right thing. Turn your attention to the right thing. We have be still. So be still. Take this time to get your mind right. And we have music. Sound bowls are going to be good. Healing frequencies, healing with music is going to be good for you guys as well. We also have reframe. Come on now, group 3. This is happening for me, not to me. Start saying this to yourself every time you come up against an obstacle. This is happening for me and not to me. Reframe your thoughts. Feel differently about the challenges. Feel differently about the struggles. Expansiveness. Eternity is far more creative. I'm too good at pulling these MFing cards. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, and exhausted ego. Eternity is far more creative than the rigid, constrained, exhausted ego. Your ego, your fear, your doubt, your insecurity, you second guessing yourself, you second guessing your judgment is this big compared to the eternity of creativity that you could be stepping into. Your ego is constrictive. Your ego says, I can only do this if I'm super, 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 super ready and have 18 backup plans so I never fail. That's what your ego says. Eternity says, I can do it no matter what, because even if I mess up, I'll have chance and chance and chance again to fix it. Know that. You'll never run out of chances. Change your perspective. Zoom out. This is happening for me and not to me, group 3. Get into it. Get into it. I feel like this kind of was a shorter read, but the message is very, very clear. You guys have to trust yourself. Get out of your own head. Let the signs are signing. Trust yourself and get out of your own head. Let's get into these 2 last cards about love. Engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment, and we have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Time apart and going to a higher level of commitment. So if you're thinking about marriage or moving in with somebody or taking that next step, I feel like you guys could be maybe spending some time apart, maybe going long distance for a little bit, maybe taking some time away from your partner. And I feel like this is going to give you space to focus on what you need to focus on. It's also going to just help you get even deeper connected with this person. I feel like it's going to help you recognize that you can be connected to someone, even if it's not physically in front of you. And maybe that's what you need to see, because you're a very physical, tangible, might be some earth signs in this group. You're a very tangible, hands-on person. Yeah, you can believe it. Yeah, you can think it, but you need to see elements of it forming in front of you sometimes to believe it and have faith. And I feel like your energies want you to get out of that. I feel like your energies want you to believe it and have faith in it, even if it's not right there in front of you. So sometimes being separated from a best friend or from a loved one or from a family member even, but still feeling that support can kind of let us know, you know what? There's so many different ways for things to help me. There's so many different ways for things to connect with me. So be open to changes in your relationships. It's only going to bring you guys closer, group 3. So yes, group 3, I feel like all of your signs have been pointing you to trusting yourself, believing in yourself, and having faith in yourself. Whatever you feel is blocking you from stepping into it, get your mind right, release what you need to so you can fully believe in yourself in this next season. If you pick group 3 and this resonated with you, please let me know down below in the comment section. Also, if you want to get a private reading specifically about the signs that you've been seeing, if you want to tell me a little bit about your dreams and what you've been experiencing, then you can go ahead and do that when you send in for your reading. Check top of the description box to get into it and see how you can get one of those. I appreciate you guys. I thank y'all, and I will see you guys next time. Bye, guys. Bless. Alrighty, group 4, last but certainly not least, let's go ahead and get into your message. What have the signs been telling you, group 4? So we have helpful people. We have meditation brings answers. Beautiful. And lastly, we have there's something better. There's something better. So the signs have definitely been telling y'all not to settle. The signs have definitely been telling y'all, I know this is what you see, but keep going. Helpful people. There's definitely people that are going to be connecting with you, bringing you love, support, opportunities. So be open to connecting with people. Also, you might be coming across people that have words of wisdom for you. So don't just shut strangers out in this season, group 4. Be open to hearing what people have to say, because they might have some things that you might be like, I definitely needed to hear that word. Also, meditation brings answers. So definitely be open to meditation right now. Be open to tapping into your mind and figure out what's going on, because there's a lot that you guys are seeing and experiencing. And if you guys are typically not really open to people, you could be learning how to open back up to people in this season. Let's get deeper into it, group 4. So we have wind chimes, peace and harmony. We have tiger, doing something risky or taking a chance. Doing something risky, taking a chance. That could be that there's something better energy. You might be called to do something risky, to step into something better. We have diamond. You'll be receiving or giving a precious gift. So someone could definitely be blessing you, giving you a gift. And we also have bird perched, waiting for news, package, or letter. So I definitely feel someone's going to be giving you guys a gift. I don't know if it's going to be a diamond, but I think this precious gift could just be the word of wisdom that you needed. If you're waiting on a specific sign, if you're waiting for someone to tell you something specifically, or if there's something holding you back, someone's going to give you that gift of just connecting those dots. I feel like that's what y'all are going to experience. For some of y'all, it might really be a diamond, because we do have a lot of stuff here about engagement. We got a lot of love and soulmates, in the messages. If you've been watching since group 1, then you know. So some of y'all might be getting engaged, but I definitely think that you guys are going to have people just come to you and bring you some really beautiful words, peace and harmony, and doing something risky. So I feel like these two energies are so important, because this is about feeling good even though you're taking a risk. Some of y'all, there's something better, but you're scared to step into it because you're like, what that's going to look like, or what is that going to feel like, or what am I going to have to let go of, or is this something better going to be harder? Is it going to be easier? Is it going to be more confusing? Am I going to have to give up things that I love for this something better? How am I going to really step into this something better? What is this going to look like? So I feel like some of you guys have been experiencing a lot of anxiety about this something better. And I feel your energies just want you to rely on the signs. It can be scary to step into something better, but when everything around you is bringing you a sign to do it, it makes it a little more comfortable. Like when you're like, oh my God, I need to start a business. And everybody you come across is like, girl, you're good at this. You just started a business. Oh my God, you just started a business. That makes you feel a little bit better about it. So I feel like that's what your energies are wanting you to step into. We also have breath of the cosmos, my will to thy will, micromanaging the universe. Okay. So this is talking about getting specific with your intentions and specific with your manifestation. So write a letter, write out a prayer about specifically what you want, and say that, meditate on that regularly. Let God know what you want in this season. We also have you're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, and community. You're not alone. Isolation, physical connection, and community. You guys definitely need to, like I said, get back connected with working with people, with letting people pour into you. physical connection, and community. There's definitely going to be a lot of people that want to connect with you and bring you words of wisdom. So be open to that. Be open to having people, connect with you and pour into you. I definitely think it's going to be serving you in this season. We also have flow like water. Flow like water, be flexible. We had that risky energy, so flow like water, be open to going where life is taking you. And we have look for fairies. Spend some time in nature. Look for people that are going to be bringing you divine words. Look for spiritual things. Look for signs all around you. Nothing is happening by coincidence. We already know that by this point, but it's definitely telling you to be more intentional in what you're looking for, group 4. We also have gratitude. Fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. Fill me with gratitude for all you give. May I be a vehicle for you wherever I go. Start to show your life and show the excitement that you have about life. Start to share your journey with people. Start to share the light that you bring into the world. Be a representation of what God can do everywhere you go. You've already been through so much, or even elevating past the things that God has brought you through. You've been through a lot, okay? You've been through the ringer, and you've developed a lot of strength, even like a protective barrier around yourself because of that. A lot of people can relate to that. And just like people are pouring into you, you're going to be pouring into them. It feels great to tell somebody, oh my God, I believe in you. I know you can do this, and see them go and do it. That feels amazing. So there's going to be so many people that will believe that they can even plant seeds because they're going to plant them in you and watch them grow. Imagine someone that's like, dang, I don't know if I can plant a seed. And they plant a seed in you and watch it grow. And that makes them say, oh my God, I can do this. Let me do this for myself and for my children, So there's something in you that needs to be seen in the people that you're going to be connecting with, and it is very, very, very valuable. We also have energetic clearing, just like we had that message about meditation. Do some energetic clearing. During crisis, the Holy One herself may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. During crises, the Holy One herself may be emptying you of fear and attachments, preparing you to receive her luminous plan. So with energetic clearing, I definitely feel your energies are, again, releasing you from fear, attachments, addictions, people that you used to rely on, things that no longer serve you. You're being released from those things so you can be filled with a new plan. The best thing is for God to clear house in your life, because now everything new, destined for you, ordained by God, divinely guided, can make room. It could come into your life. When you have your life cluttered with so many people and so many things, when you already have your girl group of 11 people that's going to stab you in the back in a couple of months, you're not looking for new friends. You're not looking for new opportunities. You're not really looking for that because you're settled. So sometimes we need everything to be removed from us so we can say, oh my God, I have to connect. I have to figure out something new. I have to find a new path. I have to figure out what I need. Your longing for something sometimes changes when those things are removed from your life. And now that you're empty, you've been empty for a minute. It's now time to be fulfilled. It's now time to be filled by the people that you're going to be connecting with, and also fulfilling your destiny, stepping into your purpose, and finally doing the things that you've already known that you can do. Finally seeing yourself do those things, group 4. Let's get into your last 2 cards. We have keep an open mind. So we have a lot of messages here about being open, taking risks. So keeping an open mind is really going to be good. These are also our romance cards. So this is about love specifically. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So be open to connecting with new people and meeting new people, group 4. I feel like you'll be connecting with some people where you might be like, oh, I would have never thought that we would link. I would have never thought that we would mesh, but here we are meshing, okay? You're going to recognize some new things about yourself, and that's going to help you connect with people on a deeper level. We also have flirt. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. So I feel like your energies definitely want you to let down your guard, let down your barrier. They want you to open your heart back to love. They want you to open your heart back to making new connections. And I think it is definitely going to be paying off for you, group 4. So yes, group 4, that is what I have for you guys. If you picked group 4 and it resonated with you, please let me know down below in the comment section. If you guys want to get a private reading about the signs that you have been missing, then go ahead and check the top of the description box to see how you can get into it. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. This is definitely a season of something great being prepared. I feel like it's a season of how much better things can be when we let God lead us, because we want inspiration and it comes from all the wrong people. But when it comes from the right sources that are specifically put in our lives for a specific reason, it changes everything. So I cannot wait to see how you guys feel about this pick a card. Thank you guys for being here. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. You can always book private sessions with me down below in the description box. Keep getting into it. Follow everything. Stay up to date with me. We're going to have a great end of the year. I love you guys. I thank y'all. And I will see you guys next time. Bye guys. Bless.